You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's American Idol After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's American Idol After Show.
We run this mother. Girls who run the world. 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 Girls who run this mother. Who run this mother. Who run this mother. Who run this mother.
All right, all right. Yes, that's right. It's all girls, and we all know that Bing is for doing. And what are we doing? We're doing another after show for AFTERBUZZ TV. This is American Idol Season 12, Episode 28. I'm JC, and joined as always by, let us start with who run the world?
Girls.
Better yet, Violet Kanian. Give it up for Violet, everybody.
Violet, she's back.
Yay!
We missed you.
Was I missed?
You
I
were.
missed you guys a lot.
You're our Lazaro liaison, and we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
So. But no show would be complete without our host, actor, model, musician, mutant. That's right, Mr. Mark E. Allen.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to American Idol After Show. It's about to get crazy.
It's going to get a little crazy
now.
tonight, yeah. And, of course, no show would be complete with, should we start it?
Yeah.
With our birthday boy,
Hey!
running the ones and twos, Mr. Martin Baez.
Doesn't take a day off.
Ago, but thank you. No.
We might have been a little late, but we wanted to save it for the show. So,
You know what?
everyone,
Better
guys,
late than never.
there we go. Hey, AfterBuzz TV Nation, send Martin your love, please, because we couldn't do the show without him, because he pushes all the fancy buttons.
That's
right. There we go. All right. So, with that said,
A show with all girls.
yeah.
Doesn't get better than that.
Right?
Yeah, I kind of agree. But we'll get into that tonight, whether they've made the right choice. Is this the strongest season? What other likes and dislikes we have so far with the season? But we always start with a slight little recap from last week. And when we said goodbye to Lazaro Arbos. Okay. Violet, we know you know Lazaro very well. What did you feel with his departure? Was it justified?
Oh, it was definitely justified. I mean, I've been rooting for Lazaro since the beginning, and he has this amazing story, and I thought some weeks he was really, really good, and he proved that he should be in the top 10, then most of the weeks he didn't. So I felt like from everybody, he deserved to go home, and in fact, he should have gone home a while ago. So, yeah, I think America made the right decision, and if he did, I mean, if he were to stay, I could only imagine what craziness would come out if one of the girls got sent home.
Yeah, and I think it's even harder. It was harder on him. All this pressure is finally off his shoulders because, you know, he knows everybody is talking about him. It's on Twitter, Facebook, everything. And I think it was harder for him each week knowing that people all wanted him off the show, yet he was getting voted on. So that's a crazy thing to even deal with mentally. And he had to come out and do try to do a great performance each week. You know, we know he can sing. That's one thing that they didn't even touch upon. But just at a competition like this, when it gets to the top 6, we knew he didn't belong there. Everybody kind of knew that, but who's to say he's a bad artist? He's not. He's a good singer. He has a bright future ahead of him, and he's got a big fan base.
He
That's
does.
something to be proud of.
So what do you guys think? We know he's got the tour. What's going to happen after the tour, though? That's my questioning. Because after the fanfare, because then now it's kind of like sink or swim, right?
Right. Yeah. And you kind of compared him to Sanjaya from years ago, where Sanjaya could sing, and then once the competition went on, you start seeing more of the flaws.
True. And actually, an update on Sanjay, I saw something. I think it was like on one of the tabloid magazines. He's actually singing like in New York, like in the subways. Yeah, he's like that gritty street performer, Sanjaya.
Wow.
Looks totally different. Kind of the hair's gone, but he's following his passion.
Wow.
So we'll see where that takes Lazaro.
And I feel like with Lazaro, I think one of the best decisions he can make is to go into the Latin music and do that, because he had a really hard time with the American songs and knowing the lyrics. So I feel like if he were to stick with what he knows in his first language, then I think he would be amazing.
But don't you think it's interesting that he never sang something in Spanish?
Yeah, because that was his first language,
Yeah.
right? But he never kind of did that.
I feel like if he did do that, it would kind of be like, oh, you're taking, what was his name?
Devin.
Devin's
Shine?
you know, his tactics.
All right, well, much love to Laz and the Lazaro Nation. We know it's big. So let's get on to tonight, which tonight, another double night for the singers, for all top 5 girls, and it was The Year You Were Born and, of course, Diva Night. So what did we think overall for the episode? Fan? Yes?
Yeah, I think it was good, especially after last week, which we kind of got bored in the first half. And, you know, this was definitely a step up. I was kind of worried because they were saying songs when they were born, but luckily everybody on the show is 12 years old, so it was like recent songs right now. But I thought, you know, it was such a perfect way to start it off with Candace. I was like, thank God we're starting with Candace. We can just start on a high and just hopefully ride that throughout the whole episode. And I think they did that.
Yeah, would you?
Absolutely. I thought it was a great show, and I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't wait for the first half to be over so we could get into the divas and we can see who's going to outshine the other.
See, so there is a pattern, because last week we also kind of weren't too keen on the first hour. But the second hour we definitely felt kind of like, I thought tonight overall was a stronger episode.
Definitely.
Looking at both hours. But let's start. Let's get into Candace, giving us a little Paula Abdul 1989 straight up. Did she deliver?
I thought she was amazing. She turned a kind of really poppy, kind of cheesy song. I mean, late 80s song. It was what, in 1989, like perfect for that time. And she made it really jazzy and sexy, and I thought she did an amazing job.
I agree. But here's the thing. That song is not the first time it's ever been done on the show. I forget his name. Chat roll, check us out. Or do you know what it is?
I'm going to say Paul McDonald?
No, I think it was like something Garcia. He played acoustic guitar during Hollywood Week.
Yes,
like,
I know who you're talking about.
Hispanic dude with glasses, I think. He came out. It was, I think, the year after Paula stopped doing it. But he plays around town here. I know he's cool with like with Blake and those people. So I thought it was a great rendition of the song, how she kind of slowed it down and was able to do so many great things with her voice. It was a cool vibe with acoustic guitars, and she looked beautiful. That blue that she was wearing, it was like perfect for that too. Like you just can't miss her in that color. It was perfect. The thing about it, though, like Jimmy, which is pretty much like having Simon back, like making a point to just be rude and crazy about everything. Jimmy said that he thinks she should have went bigger. Now, here's the thing: you want to show growth in any performance. With this, she had the acoustic guitars, the cajon and the shaker, and like definitely tuned the whole thing down.
Sure.
It was a great performance, something we've never seen before. So we got to see versatility from her, and it also set it up for her to hit it out of the park in the next song.
Absolutely.
So shut up, Jimmy.
There we go. Someone needed to say that, because they don't necessarily say it on the show.
Yeah, he's back on stage.
Thank you,
And then
Mark
he goes
Allen.
hiding.
You know, but here's the thing. You said that it was very jazzy, and I thought it was wonderful. But now the public that buys, let's say, the Idol songs, are they going to buy that song from Candace? Could that be just a little more like an older vibe to it, possibly?
I think they would, just because it is such a known song. I don't know if it would be an original. I'm not sure how America Idol fan age would take it, but I don't know.
Well, that's the thing too. Like since they use the acoustics and stuff, like Justin Bieber's last album, how he did the acoustic version of all his stuff. I think that kind of brings it to today.
Okay.
So it was something way different. Her voice is incredible, so you want to listen to it anyways. But the fact that people know of that song and the fact that it did the acoustic guitars and stuff like that, I felt like it brought it to 2013.
Nice.
Couple years down the road, maybe not, but right now it's still relevant.
So still relevant. Okay, so did she do the same with, let's say, Violet's she's already swooning, and I haven't even started the delivery of When You Believe by Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. Not taking on one diva, but two.
And Candace is the only one who could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, this woman is phenomenal. I can't even. Last week she made me cry. This week I was fighting back tears. She just her first breath, her first note she hits, you're just like in awe and you can't stop staring at her. It's just incredible.
And we just got it from the chat roll as Andrew Garcia.
Andrew Garcia.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Jonathan Lowe.
Yes, so check that performance out. That was ridiculous too for Straight Up. Her second song, When You Believe, like you guys said with the two divas, everybody else is taking down one, she'll take down two. I thought it was great how she made us wait for the big moment. Like, it was great throughout the song, and like with like the low stuff, she definitely handled it very well, and like just took it step by step by step, and then got to that powerful like big note at the end. And I've never got chills like that, like where it's like everything's built up and then you just get hit with it, and it was just like craziness. I thought she definitely. She set it up with that first song, and then when it came down to it, she slayed it. It was a slay fest. Take that, Jimmy.
And also, I want to add, I realized when I noticed when after she finished, we were all silent. We were just like, we didn't even say it.
JC
Neither
always
of
talks.
us said
That's
anything.
hard to do. JC talks so much.
How much do I talk? I'll bite. No. And you know what? It was powerful, yet it's hard to encapsulate it by saying it was understatedly powerful, because she showed a little bit of restraint, honoring the song, giving it all its peaks and valleys. Mariah was crying, literally. Is there anything she cannot do?
No, man. She's like she's a powerhouse. And the cool thing that I thought about, when Nikki said that she used to go in her room and cry to that song when she back in the day when she had nothing, and she was. She was such a big fan of them and loved that song and wanted to believe that she could do anything. I loved how Nikki kind of gave props to Mariah.
Absolutely.
After they've had some moments throughout the show, even right before this, where they were kind of bickering a little bit, which we haven't seen in a while. But
they finally acknowledged each other.
Thank you.
That's right. Yeah, we haven't did that since like the first round of auditions.
And I think that's to Idol's detriment, which we'll get into a little bit later about the things that, because Idol, the ratings are dropping. And we'll get into that in news, and I think it has to do with some of the Mariah and Nikki ice between the two of them. So hopefully they can rectify that. But it was nice to see them actually look at each other finally after what, week 12? Good Lord.
It's so hard with like the bright colors that Randy wears. You can't really see next to you, but
and speaking, maybe they should take a page from the contestants themselves, because just finishing up with Candace with her first song by the Paul Abdul, Straight Up. That song was suggested by Janelle. Janelle ended up suggesting Straight Up for Candace to sing.
Wow, I missed that too.
Yeah, they said that on the show.
Where were we?
I don't know. I think JC was talking. He's like, "Hey guys, see this?" And that's how he missed it.
Oh, you guys drive me crazy. But let's move on to Janelle.
Yes.
Who has been? How do we get into Janelle? I think she's in trouble. I
agree.
really, really do. As likable and as wonderful as she is, let's get into the performances first off. Her, 1989's Vince Gill, When I Call Your Name.
Is she the one her dad used to play with Vince Gill in the band?
I think you're right.
Is that why?
Yeah, in her audition.
Is that why he used to sing that and she would stop crying?
Makes sense. See, we're tying it all together.
Fun fact.
The things we learn.
Yeah, no, cute baby. I will say that.
Oh my gosh, adorable.
There was like Baby Idol, she's singing away at 2. She was cute, but did she deliver tonight with that song?
I thought it was a nice performance. It was soft. It was sweet. Nothing spectacular. Nothing to go. I mean, you're coming up against after Candace. You're gonna get lost, and I think that's what happened to her today.
See, that's the thing too. Like, following Candace is not an easy task by any means. She came out there. I felt like her vocals were absolutely on point. The whole song, and she had the guitar that she played some of the song as well, and that shows versatility. But I really like the song for her. I guess being that slow kind of country stuff, some people don't love that. But I thought the staging was cool, with like the trees in the background, and not being fazed by Candace and being able to be that comfortable. I still don't understand how Keith, I know he has to kind of show that he's here to give critiques, and he's gonna I think he tried to do it to make a point today.
Yeah.
Because I thought her performance was great. It's one of her better performances throughout the season for me, just because it took me a while to get on the bandwagon with her. But I can definitely see her doing something like this.
And Keith got booed.
Yes,
which
he did.
I think that's the first
never
time.
happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing like a Nicki boo, but it was he got a little boo there.
Well, I agree with you on that first song. I thought that was the better of the two songs. I just thought the Dolly Parton "Dumb Blonde" song did not work for me at all, and not even judging by performance. Here's a strategy on Idol: you do not pick songs that the American public does not recognize, because I think people they need a song that that's relatable to them, so that subconsciously they'll vote for it.
Absolutely.
They don't know the song, so you're already starting at a disadvantage. So you really have to knock it out
Who
of
do
the
you
park.
think she could have done though? Like who?
Even if she did do Dolly Parton, why not sing Jolene? Everybody knows that,
Right.
or more people know that, and it would have showed her vocal range a lot more, and it would have been a lot more powerful and kind of in your face almost. And she didn't do that with the first song. The second song, I kind of actually liked her performance more, because I really like that side of her feisty, fiery side of Janelle. We all know she's sweet. She's nice. She's this cute, bubbly girl. So when she gets on stage and she owns the stage with her performance, I like that side of her. Her voice, I thought it was good, but the song just didn't do her justice.
So you're saying play to her strengths, and that is performance, personality.
Right. Yeah, that's one thing Keith was saying too. I know what she's trying to do, because she is a versatile art. She definitely has versatility. She can do a lot of different things with her voice. This one doesn't show her vocals at all, and I know you love saying this is a singing competition, but you do have to show the full package. I didn't love this performance for her. I think she did the best that she kind of could do with it. But Chris Mingle on Twitter was nice enough to share an article with us today. It was basically an interview, I think a radio interview with her, and she definitely was talking about how she works and worries about herself. Like, it's hard in this competition to not compare yourself to everybody, like, oh, that's what's doing good for Candace, I should try to do that, or Angie, or all these people. She doesn't compare herself to these artists. And she also talked about how she didn't when she's getting the critiques from the judges, she doesn't say anything. She likes to take it in, and she got a little feisty with it today, which kind of contradicted it. She said something about I love performing. So so, which was interesting. I mean, but it's hard to be on the stage and getting that feedback. But she always does a good job of showing her personality and how lovable she is. So I don't think she's in that much trouble, though.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Wow. Wow.
Save that for the end. I love it already. It's a tease. Yes. And, and actually, I've always said, I can't even speak English today. No, what I've always said, that our fourth host is always the AfterBuzz TV Nation. And chat roll, Derek Johnson just says, I agree with you guys, but with the right songs, I believe Janelle could be one of the most successful people this season.
Yeah.
And she is that country package. She's got that wonderful personality, looks great. I think guys like her, girls are going to love her. She's non-threatening. I definitely see something outside of Idol.
She's only going to get better.
And country, American Idol contestants who do country succeed.
Absolutely.
And that's a given.
So once again, we love the fan support, and if you guys are watching us live, hello, but if you're not, make sure to tune in on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, comment, subscribe, let us know what you think, tell us what segments you want to do, or actually I'm going to throw out a quick question. I want you guys to tell us your favorite Idol season. So send us in, we'll talk about it next week. A little feedback, AfterBuzz TV Nation feedback.
What's Stitcher?
Stitcher, it's like it's a little app for Android phones. It's for all your podcasts and whatnot, and carries Idol, Dancing with the Stars, 90210, all the AfterBuzz after shows. So
Interesting.
yeah, so definitely check us out on Stitcher.
Thanks, JC.
You're welcome.
You know everything.
Not really, but I do know that this has been one of my favorite singers all season, and that is Cree Nation.
Freedom.
All right, so what do we think about Cree? Did she bring it?
Go, Violet.
She always brings it. I mean,
Really?
It's already
is
been
that
brought
really
in.
a question? Cree is amazing. I don't even know what to say about her.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, I'm saving it because I'm gonna get a little hate mail today, I think.
oh my
Yes.
goodness.
What? First song or second song?
Second.
Okay, so what, you thought the first song was good?
Absolutely love the first song. I did. It's Cree. I've loved her since the beginning. I'm gonna sound like the judges. She was born to sing. It's just natural to her.
It's very.
I disagreed, of course, with Jimmy. Of course, Jimmy, I think, was just there to ruffle feathers.
Yeah.
He thought she wasn't strong enough tonight. And I do, okay, the one knock on Cree has been that her personality, I guess she seemed a little just too reserved. And I noticed that she did try to get a little spicy. And,
She was cute today.
Yeah, she looks more beautiful every week. Like before, it was kind of toning it down, but tonight, like she's.
I think she's just going to be the really tough to beat, though.
Yeah.
That's just. I definitely think she's going to be. Oh boy, she's the one to beat this season.
She's in it to win it. I thought it was a brilliant song for her to sing that first song, and definitely to start it like starting off at the stairs with the guy playing guitar. What's the guitarist's name? He's everywhere this season, which is awesome. I hope he gets a lot of props for that. But sitting down with the acoustic guitar just to show that little, that side of her, but then standing up and then rocking out the rest of the song, I thought it was like a very professional, fun performance. And the judges pretty much agreed, right?
Yeah, they of course they always love
he
her.
saw some awkwardness, but then Nikki was like, "No, it's the shoes."
It's just the heels.
Here, I've got something for you guys. Think about this, and guys at home, what about her and Philip Phillips having a duet?
I think that would sound really good.
Could that work? Honestly,
absolutely.
I mean, think of just.
It'd be better than the duets he was doing last year with who was he doing?
Elise
duets with?
Testone.
At least I love that duet.
No, not that. I'm saying when he was him and the other dude. Who was it?
Colton Dixon.
No, they used to do a duet. It was him, and then it was very awkward.
No. It's he finished third. Let's see. I'm having a brain lapse here.
Joshua
Ledet. Yeah, because it was very bromancy. yeah. No. But I think
Throwback Thursday.
Yes, Throwback Thursday.
It's almost Thursday.
Almost. In the East Coast, it's Thursday.
There we go.
But I think they'd be fantastic because she has that very fine voice, and then Philip Phillips has got that kind of Dave Matthews-esque type of vibe to him. So yeah, it'd be a great compliment to each other. So just throwing it out there, guys.
Put in the universe.
Bring Philip Phillips back.
Yeah, why
Have them
not?
do a duet. I think America
For the
would love it.
finale.
Uh-oh. Ooh. But I don't know if she's going to make it to the finale after this song, and I was so excited for this song. I had been waiting since I knew she was going to make it to live. I wanted her to sing this exact song.
Was it this song? I thought it was just Celine Dion.
No.
It was this song?
Have You Ever Been in Love? I absolutely love this song by Celine Dion, and I thought Cree would be perfect for this song. But I was slightly underwhelmed.
Really?
Was it the pink lipstick?
See, yeah,
she looked gorgeous.
That.
She looked gorgeous. I just thought, heavens to Murgatroyd, I'm going to say this. The song was too big for her.
This is the first time we saw her getting to her breaking point. I didn't feel the break completely. I think it was a very challenging song.
Okay.
And it was a little bit too big for her.
Wow.
I'm not saying, like, on a good day, I think it was just like a tiny bit off. Like, if it was just her perfect day, she could slay it. But I think because she wasn't 100, 110%, you can't sing Celine Dion. I mean, she can, but just not today 100%.
That's crazy because it's crazy because I totally disagree. I mean, it wasn't, I don't think you can take these diva songs and compare it to their original unless, Candace does it. But you can't compare anybody to Celine Dion. And Creed taking it on, I feel like she made it her own and she showed us everything she could do with her voice. I don't know, the little falsetto thing, this and that, here and there. And she showed us how good she is. And I think the whole point of her doing this song and doing such a big song was to show that where her voice can go.
Right, yeah. And I think it was like a huge risk to sing something like this. But the fact that she got to that breaking point and still kind of hit it and was confident throughout the rest of the song, that is so hard to do as a singer. To first of all, sing Celine Dion and then come out and not hit a note perfectly and then still carry the rest of the song very well and not losing confidence, that was pretty brilliant. So I give her props, huge props.
It's a split room, and that's okay. I think that's great. That's why we are here.
It's getting crazy.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to use that from now on.
Hashtag crazy.
Stop with the puns. All right. Oh, do you want to move? Let's move on to Angie or Ange or Let's do it, man.
You saying it's Miller time? Is that what's going on here?
Oh no.
Is that what it is?
I like
Wow,
it.
it's a punny show, folks.
No.
Let's start with Now, on a serious
boy.
note, the Pretenders, I'll Stand By You, and she dedicated to all the people in Boston, her hometown. And I actually was reading that she was really wanting to do the song so badly. I think she campaigned for it. She really did. And I find it remarkable because remember, unfortunately, what happened, everyone in Boston, everyone at AFTERBUZZ, Maria, our founder, and Kevin, they have strong ties to Boston, so our thoughts and prayers go to everyone out there. So it is a very sensitive, sensitive time for them. But the fact that she wanted to sing this, and it was a beautiful moment for Idol, and it was for her to have the song ready in 2 days as well. I mean, is that something that's very I'm not a singer, so to have a song ready like that.
But here's the thing, they've been used to that for this whole season. Like, she probably wouldn't have had more time anyways. So she's starting off at the piano. I guess it's harder for artists like her. You have to learn on piano and vocally if she didn't know it, 100% before. But I think it was a perfect song choice. The fact that she, they've been telling her to go back to the piano, starting off with a piano song and doing it so well. Like, it was in the perfect part of her voice, just in that right zone. And I felt like she has it. Like, it meant a lot to her. And it's easier to perform when you're that connected and it's a more of a emotional song. It doesn't even matter about anything else. You can definitely feel that through her voice.
Hi. Okay, when she said it goes out to Boston, I thought that was amazing. And when I heard she was doing I'll Stand By You, I was like, perfect. Such a perfect song. I didn't even know she was from Boston, so.
Yeah, I thought she was from California.
Yeah, she said my hometown or my home. So that was amazing. And when she started, her voice, where she started it, I was like, okay, I'm going to be bawling like a baby until by the end of this song, just because of why she's singing it and the meaning of the song and her voice and everything. But she lost me. She lost me even right after that first verse, I want to say, or even the first line. And I didn't feel any emotion in it. And I was sitting there waiting and wanting that emotion and almost wanting to cry. And I didn't get that at all from her. So I was really disappointed. Really disappointed.
It is, and it's a huge song, and it's a big song to sing as well. And given the situation, if she's from there, so could it have also been maybe from your standpoint that you said you didn't feel the emotion, but maybe it's because she was so emotionally connected to it that maybe she was just a little lost? Is that? No. I'm trying to figure.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel it. I felt like she was, like they've been saying when she says like hurt you, or I feel like she was focusing on the words and the song and the performance more than she was focusing on the meaning and to just sing it and let it out and put it out on the table. So, yeah, I didn't.
And they've been talking about that with the enunciation of everything, and that might be, that's her as an artist, and if she wants to change that, then cool. But like, out of everybody's first song, that's the first time I got like chills throughout the whole song. Every time, like, it was just immediate. So I guess, I don't know, I connected with her.
That's interesting. I think we've each connected on a different song from each artist. So
what did you think about the performance of this one?
Like I said, I love the beginning. I did love it caught me in the beginning, and I'm kind of in the middle of both of you, because I do, if we're judging it strictly, and I hate just being so black and white given the emotions with the situation, but technically I thought through the second half of the song it wasn't as strong as the first half. So for me it was good, but if we're judging by singing songs, by a vocal competition show,
right, yeah.
The second half was a little bit off for me. Okay. But I absolutely loved her second song,
Halo
by Beyonce. I've had Cree kind of second for most of the season, but I think actually Angie pulled up and tied Cree tonight.
Wow!
I thought that's how good Halo was for her.
I feel like we're watching one of those races at like the baseball game where they have like the donut and the coffee like running. Yeah. Is that what's going on here?
Kind of, sort of. No, because I think it's splitting hairs. I think Candace is amazing. Will she win? I don't think so. But best singer, Candace so far this season.
Obviously.
But I think between Cree and Angie, it's splitting hairs between the two of them. And I think Halo was that good for me, my interpretation of it tonight. I didn't think she was going to pull it off. It's a huge song.
I've heard great singers sing that song live on other shows, or just live in person at different events. That song is so hard to sing, number one, because it's Beyonce, and it's this huge song with this big meaning. But with the low register stuff, it is so hard to hit that. And she was holding her own. Like it was flawless. And it's so hard to do live. It was just blowing me away because, like you said, I felt the same way. I thought it was too big for her. And she came out there. It was interesting to see what the second half of the song was, how many ad-libs and stuff there was. It kind of, like, lyrically, I think she kind of went off and did her own thing. But she was able to show some falsetto, the ad-libs. They had that huge note at the end, got the standing ovation that I felt. And they did a lot of standing O's tonight, but I felt like she definitely deserved this.
They sure did. Okay, Violet. I see you're ready to get in here.
Yeah. Okay, so like you guys, I heard she's doing Halo. I'm thinking, what in the world is she thinking? Doing Beyonce? Is she crazy? Is she crazy?
What's that?
Okay, so when she started, I thought she was trying too hard to do those little tiny notes that Beyonce does in the beginning of the song. It's just Beyonce. It's something Beyonce does, and I feel like she should have just made those parts her own instead of trying to hit those. I don't even know if they're notes. It's just the way I don't know. Anyways, but
is there a term for that, Mark?
Yeah. Do you know?
You just hate her? The phrasing?
I don't know. Maybe the phrasing. I don't know. But by the middle, when she was hitting those oohs, and I don't know what that.
The falsetto.
Yeah, she won me until the absolute end. She blew me away. That was amazing.
Wait, she's overcritical because you hate her.
No.
Wait, this is an AFTERBUZZ moment.
In love with her, Mark.
Hey,
so
you said hi to me. So
you liked Cree's song.
Angie.
I mean, sorry, Angie.
I did like Cree's. Yeah, I thought Angie was.
Holy
I wish they could take the first part of her first song and the last part of her second song and put together, and it would be the perfect performance. And I felt like she had so much more connection with the song and so much more emotion
and no piano
in the second song.
No piano.
And yeah, she was amazing.
I love the fact that she did no piano in the second song and actually delivered. Like this is the what she had a piano. And
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because the chat roll is saying she's gonna creel that term.
She is creeling it right now. It's getting creel right now. But. Thanks, Martin. I can always count on him for a pity laugh. But yeah, so they've been telling her to get away from the piano, get away from the piano, get away from the piano. She came out and still did what she wanted to do, and she killed it. Like it's so hard to do that. It's not that she's going against the judges, but as an artist, you're not going to always be stuck behind the piano. You're just not. So the fact that she's able to get up there, like the only thing that was missing from that performance was more wind. We needed wind blowing her hair back, but that's all that was missing. Maybe some glitter. I don't know, but. She definitely pulled it off tonight.
Did you notice the pictures of her in the background?
Yeah,
kind of very Beyonce-ish.
Is that what? Why
yeah,
they did it?
she always has those pictures.
I should have had her baby pictures.
I did not see those.
It was on the wall.
Yeah, it was cool.
Because I was too busy wanting to talk about Amber Holcomb.
Oh.
Yes.
That was a terrible segue.
Thank you very much.
That was horrible.
Okay, all right.
That was No, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, you're going to go for another Cree? We're going to keep account. Chat roll, please keep account of how many times Violet says Cree, Cree Nation, or any type of variation on the word of Cree.
Yes.
All right, so let's get into Without You. Mariah Carey. Now, this is 1994? Was it 94, 95?
It was a good year.
94.
Yes, and Violet loved that, one of Violet's favorite years.
Yes, it was. I was just like not even a year old.
Nice. Okay, so I've got a little excerpt from Amber and saying she knew it was going to be kind of weird singing in front of Mariah Carey, but I feel like I'm going to sing it like me. Did she sing it? Did she do it justice? What are you guys feeling?
I thought it was good. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting for her to go crazy and just let it all out. And I don't know if by the time she did that, it was enough to make me go, wow.
Really?
So I wasn't crazy about that performance.
17. Here's the thing. You remember that song by Jessica Simpson, I Want to Love You Forever? The 4 times that she said crazy. It's getting Creole right now. But here's the thing. But so that song, Jessica Simpson, I Want to Love You Forever, the one with that broke her out into the music business.
Sure.
You remember this song?
Yeah, I Want to Love You Forever.
Yeah, that's wasn't it? I just said it twice. Thanks. Thank you. But yeah, the music video, like the plane in it. I don't know. I was obsessed with that song. That song came out. That was dope. But she had the part of her voice that she went into reminded me so much of that. Check out her performance again and listen to that song.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like I didn't know that she had that in her. Like she it's a different tone for her. We knew that she could go big with it. I'm getting excited right now, just getting crazy. Sorry, but they're huge shoes to fill, and right in front of Mariah. I never even thought about that until Randy started pointing it out. I wasn't crazy about like the look that she was rocking tonight in the first one, like the tie-dye weird dress thing going on. But who am I? Like I don't even know how to dress, so I'm not even gonna.
You're wearing the Philip Phillips line actually because he's in all gray.
Is this gray? Yeah, I guess it is.
It's almost gray.
It's like a
Cream.
A what?
Like a cream color. Thanks. One time for JC. But it had a very slow beginning, but it was at the point where it was too kind of low for me. But then she brought it up at the end, and like the second half I absolutely loved. I thought it was unbelievable.
Wow. Good analysis. I loved it, guys.
Do you even know what I don't even know if I've even made sense.
What did you think, JC?
Why, thank you for asking, because I love that you guys gave her a love fest, because I'm going to strike her down with fury. I did not like the song.
Jimmy.
I'm sorry. You know why? Watch the song again. She was behind throughout the song. It was almost like how Brunel would always be behind on a lot of the songs. She did that with Without You.
Right. Well, I mean, it's hard in that low register, man.
I'm sorry, but we're down to 5, and one slip up. The talent level right now with these top 5, they can't afford to have a single mistake. And for me, that was a mistake that I think she's in trouble because of that song. I'm sorry, but
It's okay.
sorry, I'm a little passionate right now. But I will say for the Barbra Streisand song,
Barbra Streisand.
Ooh, okay, loved it.
Oh yeah,
I love that. The song was a little dated. I thought it dragged, but towards the middle. But I thought vocally, like they said how challenging that song was. I don't remember. I've never heard that song.
Right. Well, I'm big on the song titles. What are you doing with the rest of your life? That's like the whole chorus in the song title. Love that. But I think I have to watch this over again because. When they were talking about how hard of a song it was to sing, like I get that, and it wasn't huge in showing off all of her big stuff like something like Candace did in her song. It was kind of old-fashioned. I like the fact that it was able to build. It had like the horns. She had the harp in there too. So it was a cool feeling performance. I feel like she didn't show all of her strengths when she absolutely needed to. Maybe I need to watch it again because like they were going crazy about it. You're going crazy too. So like I just think that maybe I should watch it again. And
All right, Violet, who's right?
I can't even say because I was really bored by it. Again, she bores me a lot. I mean, her voice is amazing. You can't say it's not amazing, but her song choices are always really slow and kind of dated, and I wasn't even really paying attention. And
really?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess there we go. So
I gotta watch it again because they were going nuts about it. So like,
yeah, I think I'm gonna watch it
missing
again
something
too.
like wow, that was difficult because I guess when you're not just shooting fireworks off, like it's
not X Factor.
Right. Yeah.
No, here's the thing. In the first half of the song, like I said, I thought it did drag. If they could have cut maybe 30 seconds of the song, I think if they would have tightened it up, I think it would have been even a better song. But just vocally, what she did things to that song that she did in My Funny Valentine. And she even talked about that. So that let me know that it was going to be a big song, a big moment for her, which she kind of needs right now. So overall, a highly competitive episode tonight. I think we all
sorry, today they kind of divided everybody.
Yeah.
To who's amazing and who still has a lot of work to do.
Well, that's the thing too. Like I think they're in their own zones. Like everybody has their own lane now, and they're definitely showing that they all know who they are as an artist, which this show does a great job of doing. And like you don't like any of these artists, you don't feel like they're like forcing something or trying too hard. Like they're doing what they should be, and some of them just maybe need some more time to kind of tweak everything to perfection. But you know what? It's not all about that. It's a game involved.
Exactly.
The game is the game.
Well, so once again, a very entertaining episode. So why don't we just move on to some quick newsy, gossipy stuff?
Yes.
If we got anything.
Hit it.
News and gossip. News and gossip.
It's not playing. All right, sorry.
Don't worry.
We'll just make.
News and gossip.
This portion of news and gossip brought to you by the AfterBuzz store. Make sure if you like an AfterBuzz t-shirt, make sure to go to AfterBuzzTV.com and get your shirt. All right, news and gossip.
Thank you.
All right. You know, now Idol's kind of been in limbo this season. Actually, their ratings have dropped 20% as compared to this time last year, and up to 25% into the 18 to 39 demo, which is the one that
Most
everyone,
important, right?
Yes. And The Voice has been kicking his booty, I have to say.
Yep.
And I came across this article that said 5 ways American Idol 2014 can make a comeback. See if you guys agree.
Okay.
Number 1, let's see, create a more informal atmosphere for the Idol judges. As we've written before, Idol's biggest competitor, The Voice, benefits from a light and fun vibe between the judges and a much looser environment for having fun judging. With Idol, the critique seems so forced, and many times the last person in order doesn't even have a chance to say much. Isn't that right, darling?
Darling.
You know, so that's one way. And number 2, get rid of Mariah Carey. It's not my words. We said it. Sure, she's a huge name and a musical icon, but she adds very little to the show. Some might even argue she actually detracts, even with her feud with Nikki. But there's been a lot of buzz surrounding her unprofessionalism, that is Nikki's, especially after she was late to a live show. Yes, that was bad, but Nikki does bring buzz, and buzz is never bad, right?
Right.
So
We're after Buzz, you know.
there we go.
Hey.
True.
Number 3, add an American Idol alum to the judging panel. They know the stage,
Genius.
they've been there, and Carrie Underwood's actually already been mentioned to be possibly being a judge on X Factor.
Wow.
But why not move her to Idol? Those are her roots, especially since it's a bigger show than X Factor. So, you know, and everyone loves Carrie,
That's
right?
true.
Yeah.
And finally, I'll cut it. Let's see. Get rid of the gender split. Especially this season.
Absolutely.
Because we lost so many talented singers this season because of it. Because remember Isabel? She was that big kind of Mariah Carey fan and just had this big booming voice. But she lost out because they had to have 5 guys, 5 girls. So they said, you know, if there's a year that there's 8 good guys and 2 good girls, so be it. We want the best singers possible. So any other ways you guys can think of to make the show, like bring the ratings back, I've got one.
What's
Oh,
that?
yeah?
Been saying it for years. Well, years. 2.
Oh, yeah, you said what? Bring Justin Bieber on the show?
Well, not
The
that.
judge?
No, open the catalog.
Yes.
These theme nights are dated.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they need to change that. And one thing that they've been trying to do, sorry to cut you off, is like they've been doing a lot of what's it called, like in between, like the little interviews with them and stuff that they always use the same stuff over and over. And after 12 seasons, it's kind of getting old or whatever. So I think the catalog thing, part of it is because of who's behind the show, and the other half is because they can't really get maybe the rights to all of it. I don't know. But if The Voice is
If The
doing
Voice
it,
can,
yeah.
no. I think that's just Nigel and them. They're still stuck on the songs from the 60s, and I'm sorry, you know, the show is now aged 12 years. We have to move along with the times, and especially when The Voice is trouncing Idol in its numbers.
And I think the reason like The Voice does so well is just because of how it's set up, how they're coaches rather than judges, like not critiquing them, they're making them better. Because I think a lot of them, you know, working alongside of them, it's almost like family. So I think that kind of is a good.
And you mentioned something, right, Violet, about, was it Nigel or about the picking of the judges?
And yeah, they were saying that the judges don't have chemistry this year, and that's really hurting the ratings, and nobody wants to watch because it's not fun anymore. And Nigel actually said that the producers don't choose the judges. Fox chooses the judges. So if he had his way, he kind of made it seem like those would not be the judges.
So,
And I mean, with Mariah not being, I think what Mariah brings to the table is she's Mariah Carey. Everyone up there has tried to sing a Mariah song, wants to sing a Mariah song, is singing a Mariah song. So when you see someone doing like Diva Week and doing a Mariah song and she's in tears and standing, I think that's kind of why she's there.
Yeah, that's a cool moment, you know, that they can offer.
and throwing glitter on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was weird. So, hey, let us know, AfterBuzz TV Nation, what can they do to bring the fans back? Because it's still definitely, it's a great show. We're all super fans of it. So let us know what you think.
Yeah.
So that's enough of newsy, gossipy stuff. So let's move on to news and gossip again. No, let's move on to predictions.
Now, your AfterBuzz
Man,
TV.
is it cold in here? I'm freezing.
You know, they are keeping count.
It was not me.
Freezing in here. Ooh, man. And other words.
Okay, we're going to move along before they kick us out of here. So, it's, you know, we always talk about our favorite performance. Who's your singer of the night? Who's blah?
He's talking to you.
Oh, me,
talking to me.
Candace.
Candace, okay.
Candace.
Yeah, overall, it was Candace night. But there's another night tomorrow. So I guess there's more stuff going on.
I'm going to say, yeah, it's Candace. But yet I don't think she'll win Idol. I'm going to say that. Yeah.
You never know with Idol.
Yeah, Angie, well, we
know.
do. We've
All
known
right.
since the first day.
So who's going home? Who's our bottom two and who's going home?
Okay, bottom two is going to be Miss Janelle and Miss Amber. And yes, and I think Amber will be going home.
Wow.
Just because of how she's been doing in this season.
Amber?
She's always in the bottom.
You think Amber's going home?
Yeah. She doesn't deserve to. I mean, none of the girls deserve to be honest, but.
I'm going to throw a wrench in the situation. I think that Cree and Amber will be in the bottom two. Yeah, I think Janelle's gonna be safe. I think for some reason the country fans are gonna jump out at her and vote for her because one thing that Nikki said, like, I think you might be going home tomorrow. I think that's gonna make them like, oh no, she's not, and go vote for him, throw some Lazaro at him. So I think Janelle's gonna be safe tomorrow. I think she's gonna be the first one they call to make her safe, and then Cree and Amber the bottom two, and Amber's gonna go home.
Inconceivable!
I know.
Thank you, Martin.
that.
And you know, with that said, I'm not even, you know what, I'm actually going to not say who's going home. I'm going to let Jonathan Lowe take us home. He thinks actually no one's going home because they're going to use the save tomorrow.
But are they allowed to?
I think they can because they're not saying anything about it.
I don't know about you. I'm just going with Jonathan. I'm pulling myself out tonight. I'm going, Jonathan. I like what you're saying. So
yeah, I think that's an incredible, opinion.
Yeah, boy. All right, get us out of here. On that note, hey Martin, where can they find you, birthday man?
At Chuck E. Cheese, because my mom and dad are taking me to Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday.
I love their cake.
And Mark, where can they find you, buddy?
With Martin, but if you can't see us at Chuck E. Cheese's, check us out. Check me out somewhere. Mark E. Allen on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Take it away from me.
Got it.
And Violet.
Yes, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Violet Kanian.
And any other shows that you're doing for us? Let the nation know.
90210.
Ooh,
If you're
good show.
a fan, stick around.
Yeah, where's Dylan at?
Wrong.
Oh,
That's from like the
great music,
90s
though.
homes. And you can find me actually. Check out our Dancing with the Stars red carpet. I'm covering the red carpet, talking to everyone there. And also follow me on JC TV on Instagram and the Twitter. Yeah, I said the Twitter.
JC Rubio TV.
What did I say?
I said JC TV.
Darn
JC
it.
Rubio TV. That's why I'm
Oh,
here.
JC.
See, he remembers. All right, so for Martin, Violet, Mark, I'm JC. We're the American Idol After Show. Good night, everybody.
Peace.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later. Ow, you hit me in the face.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.